Well, if you're constantly comparing yourself to others, whether it's FOMO, your appearance,
How do I look?
or trying to keep up with the Joneses, and it's stressing you out, you are not alone.
Right. Studies show that we spend nearly 12% of our day caught up in comparison. It's almost 2 hours every day. Since it's National Stress Awareness Month, we are here to help you break that cycle. We've invited Ruchika Malhotra, author of Uncompete: Rejecting Competition to Unlock Success, to share some practical tips on how to let go of comparison and reclaim your peace. Welcome, Ruchika. What a great topic.
Yeah.
Stop competing. Why do you think it is? I mean, if you ask any human being, you stop 100 people on the street, you ask them if they're stressed, 98 will be like, yes, absolutely. Why do you think people get so stressed from comparing themselves to others?
Yeah, it's actually like close to 70% of people face stress like all the time. But basically, I think one of the main reasons why we're facing so much of stress these days is because comparison culture is everywhere. In the past, you'd go into like a neighbor's house and they'd tell you maybe once a week or once a month, like, hey, I'm doing great, my kids are doing great, we live this amazing life, and you kind of feel like, do I have an amazing life? And now it's like every second on social media, suddenly someone's getting an award, somebody's kid got into this amazing school. So we see that comparison all the time, and that whether it's subtle or explicit, that competition is always on our minds. And of course it causes stress.
And you know, another way we compare ourselves that causes stress is with our children, actually. In fact, the former Surgeon General said parental stress is a public issue, and that parents face more stress than non-parents?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can speak for this to this personally. I have a 9-year-old son, and honestly, from the time he was in kindergarten, I'd walk into school and people would say, have you thought about where you want to send him to college? Like, what would he be good at? And I'm like, it's kindergarten. Are you serious? Like, have you applied to this school? What is he interested in? What are the extracurriculars? I'm like, I'm just trying to teach him to read, Jill. But this sort of stress around, like, how do we get our kids a leg up? And listen, I don't want to make light of the situation. We are facing multiple crises, and there's a lot of concern, like what will jobs look like in this AI age, right? I understand where that stress comes from. I understand where that scarcity thinking comes from, but I want to say it's manufactured, and I think we can choose a different way.
Interesting. And I've got a junior in high school right now, so it's college application time. So I'm in the thick of that right now. Let's talk a little bit about this, about measuring our lives against our friends, our partners, what we see on social media. It always feels, of course, like everybody is doing better than we are. Why does that seem natural to feel that way when you see social media and everything else?
Yeah, I mean, the social media platforms were designed, like simply put, they were designed to make you feel bad about yourself. They were designed to trigger envy, and they were designed to make us feel like everyone else is doing better than us. It's what keeps us hooked on these platforms longer. Let's be honest here. And I think one of the ways, envy is a very, very common human emotion. I think one of the ways we can really manage this and make sure we get ahead of the platforms when we feel that social media comparison is to understand that there are two types of envy broadly, right? So when we feel envy, what if we could channel it towards what's called benign envy, which is motivational envy? My friend's doing great. They got a brand new promotion. I'm excited for them. I wonder what that tells me about myself, and like, what is the motivation I need to get the promotion I need, versus malicious envy, which is like, they cheated to get there, they got an unfair advantage, I'll never do as well, self-sabotaging.
So it's the difference between using it as fuel, like to fuel you towards your goals, and using it as a weight that holds you down.
That's right. And I think so many of us do use it as so many of us are like now conditioned to use it as a weight to hold us down. So by being really mindful to choose a different way, I do think we could live a different life, less stress for sure.
And it's your choice to go either malicious or use it as fuel. Now that we know why we compare, how do we curb comparison so that we don't stress that much?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I think the number one situation, the number one sort of tip for me has always been to notice where and when it shows up, and how has it moved from me being like, oh, I think I'm doing well in life, I'm happy with the situation, I'm happy with my kid, I'm happy in my social life, to, oh my gosh, I'm feeling really stressed out. I'm feeling very like competitive. I'm feeling like I'm comparing myself to everyone else. So really starting to notice how and when that shows up, and then set boundaries, set better boundaries. For me, social media boundaries have been really, really important. A lot of experts are talking about that very clear connection between high stress, comparison, competition, and spending long time on social media. So there's that as well. I think there's also a question of asking yourself, like, what do I really want? Reclaiming agency rather than keeping up with the Joneses, saying things like, do I really want a bigger house? Do I really want a new job? Do I really want to do these things, right? Instead, and like, I think a lot of it is that sort of mindless, like, just because someone else is doing it, I want to do it as well. And then I'd say the one that is really hard for me, and I think we're going to talk about it quickly, is rest. I think sometimes we just need to opt out, take a beat, go take a walk, and really opt out of that, like, that constant loop of like, we got to keep on doing.
Yeah.
So true. And also community, good friends, people who love and accept you for who you are now, how you are right now, yeah?
Oh my gosh, the most important thing. I mean, we're in a time of a loneliness epidemic. Also, data from the past U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy says the same thing. We are in a loneliness epidemic. Half of American adults don't have a meaningful conversation with another adult for most of the week, right? So being around community, being around folks who lift us up, who lift us and tell us like, hey, you're doing great. I'm proud of you. I believe in you. I love you, can absolutely make all the difference.
Ground yourself and choose your community to uplift you. Thanks, Rishika.